Continental Europe, also referred to as mainland Europe or simply the continent, is the continent of Europe, explicitly excluding the islands of Europe. The most common definition of continental Europe excludes the Greek islands, Malta, Sicily, Sardinia, Corsica, the Balearic Islands, Iceland, Ireland, and the United Kingdom and its dependencies. Most definitions extend the boundaries of the continent to its standard boundaries, the Ural Mountains, the Ural River, the Caspian Sea, and the Caucasus Mountains. Use in the United Kingdom. In the United Kingdom, the continent is widely and generally used to refer to the mainland of Europe. In addition, the word Europe itself is also regularly used to mean Europe excluding the islands of Great Britain, Iceland, and Ireland. Occasionally the term mainland Europe is used. An apocryphal British newspaper headline supposedly once read, "Fog in Channel. Continent cut off." It has also been claimed that this was a regular weather forecast in Britain in the 1930s. Derivatively, the adjective continental refers to the social practices or fashion of continental Europe as opposed to those of Britain. Examples include breakfast, topless sunbathing and, historically, long-range driving often known as grand touring. Continental Europe, when compared to Britain, has numerous defined differences both cultural and tangible. The use of civil rather than common law, different electrical plugs, different time zones for the most part, a different currency, driving on the right, and using the metric system exclusively are a small selection. The United Kingdom is physically connected to continental Europe through the Undersea Channel Tunnel, which accommodates both the Eurotunnel and Eurostar services. These services were established to transport passengers and vehicles through the tunnel on a 24/7 basis from the United Kingdom to continental Europe and vice versa, while still maintaining the appropriate passport and immigration control measures on both sides of the tunnel. Use in Scandinavia. Especially in Germanic studies, continental refers to the European continent excluding the Scandinavian peninsula, Britain, Ireland, and Iceland. The reason for this is that although the Scandinavian peninsula is attached to continental Europe by Karelia and the like, it is usually reached by sea, not by land. Kontinenten is a vernacular Swedish expression that refers to the area excluding Sweden, Norway, and Finland but including Denmark and the rest of continental Europe. In Norway, similarly, one speaks about Kontinentet as a separate entity, usually referring to Germany, France, Italy, Spain, Portugal, the Benelux countries, and such. Mediterranean and Atlantic islands. The continent may sometimes refer to the continental part of Italy, the continental part of Spain, the continental part of France, the continental part of Portugal, or the continental part of Greece. The term is used from the perspective of the island residents of each country to describe the continental portion of their country or the continent as a whole. See also, Central Europe, Continental Philosophy, Council of Europe, Eastern Europe, European Union, Geographical Centre of Europe, Mainland, North German Plain, Northern Europe, Southeast Europe, Southern Europe, Western Europe. References